Okay, here we have a driver pulley, and this is an adjustable pulley. You can see the threads for the adjustment that moves this half of the pulley in and out in order to change the speed. But what we're looking at here is this pulley's wore out, and you can tell by this here. And we're going to take this thing apart so you can see it better, and so you can tell when one of these pulleys is no longer serviceable. Okay, this is that pulley I just showed you a little bit ago. I cut it in half, mostly because I could not get it to unscrew. This is a driver pulley, by the way. That's why it's got these threads on it, so you can adjust this pulley. But what we're looking at this pulley for is this pulley's wore out. You can put your finger in here and you can feel the cupping of this thing. And that's enough to tell you, even when it's put together, you can stick your finger in there and you can pretty much tell if these things are worn. Another way to do it, with this pulley held up like that, I can take a straight edge, just anything that's straight, and put it there, and you can see that gap. Now when I put the straight edge here, you can see that's a fairly obvious cupping. That's where the belt is riding down there, and it has actually worn out the pulley. Now the pulley's cast iron, but the belt's rubber and dirt and the like embeds in the belt, so it generally does not wear as badly as this does. They wear. In fact, these a pulley like this will actually damage the belt to where it's unusable. So what this becomes is kind of a U shape. Instead of being a V, it's a U. Now here again, you can see this. That is badly worn. That belt is going to squeal. It may not drive the belt properly, so it may slip. Of course, that gets worse, and it will overheat the belt, then take the belt out. Now this is the other side of the pulley. Now I put this straight edge here. You can see it doesn't have as much wear. It's still got wear on it, but not as much. These things always wear mostly on one side. It's because of a slight misalignment of the pulley. If your pulley is in the shape of these, where you have these cupping, and you can feel it with your hand when you put your finger down into the pulley, if you have that cupping, manufacturer says more than 32nd of an inch. I say a little bit less. If I can feel the groove, if I can feel a pretty good groove in there, I throw the pulley away. So this is a driver pulley. That means this is on the motor driving blower, something like that. These pulleys, usually the drivers are the ones that wear out. The driven are maybe 1.5 to 3 times bigger, so they rotate at a slower rate and don't seem to wear near as fast. But these pulleys can wear out. They can wear out in 6 months if you've got a really dirty atmosphere they're working in. They usually don't. It varies. There's a lot of things that determine this. Belt alignment is one. Whether it's tensioned properly is another. But I would say you would get from 1 to 4 years out of a belt. So with each maintenance, you should be looking close at these things. Just a little quickie on the belt itself. This is an A belt. This is the way they look when I turn them inside out. They ride like this. And the problem with that pulley, like I said, if it starts to get U-shaped like that, it's no longer hitting the sides of this belt like it should, because that's where the power is transferred, is on the sides here. This pulley, the belt pulls down a little bit and tightens up in there, and that's how it drives. So when that gets U-shaped, it's time to throw the pulley away, throw the belt away with it. Do not put a belt that it has a worn pulley, do not put the belt back on. It'll just squeal like a son of a gun, and it probably won't drive right. And we'll do more on these belts. There's quite a bit to do on belts, actually. When I get around to it, we'll talk about tensioning, talk about types of belts, and so on like that. And that's all for belts right now.